Good evening, everyone. This is Vic from Trading Academy and Investments. Hey, so I've been getting a lot of messages asking about my intake, or my 2 cents on what I see on HIMS and HERS, especially after earnings yesterday. I'm not gonna go ahead and beat a dead horse. Basically, hey, as far as the earnings report, they were outstanding, right? When it comes to the technical aspect of earnings reports for me, right? So earnings report, yes, it is important, how the company's doing and whatnot. That I look at it more in the long-term aspect, right? Where there's a lot of us, especially on StockWits, who are just heavily invested in HIMS and HERS, and we're more of long-term holders versus those who are actually trying to scalp, right? So let's go into, some people were asking me about my gap theory and my impulse move theory, and we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this, right? So let's dig a little bit into the last three earnings reports. I'm not going to go into details. I'm going to show you guys more about the market movement, how the market reacted, right? And what I'm looking at as far as the technical aspect when the market actually is reacting towards these moves or towards these reports. Right, so let's start with yesterday, right, guys? No doubt about it, outstanding earning reports. What I normally look at is, hey, if the company's showing a good progress, right? They're on. I mean, they've been in, like 2 years publicly, 3 years. As a company, looks like a very strong, healthy company. But as far as the technical aspect, obviously I want to see what kind of impulse moves the market is creating. And when I say impulse moves is, so like we already know, yesterday, the 22nd, was when the report came out, right? So we finished down here on the 22nd. Then next thing you know, after hours, boom, the market goes up, right? And that was just the initial move. Then next thing you know, today we open up and then we're up here, right? We created a high of, I'm looking at 520, right? Which is up here. So if you look at this screen, once I'm, touching that candle, we're looking at a high of 520. I think we got as high as 524 right there, 524, right? But what I'm looking at is, and what I've mentioned in the previous videos that I've done, we're having a lot of trouble being able to break this area right here. The market is just, HIMS is just struggling to, break this area. And so I immediately went down to the 1 hour time frame. And when I look at these impulse moves that are triggered by news or whatever the case may be, I expect, and I posted on StockWits today, I expect to give 75 to 100% back from the initial move. All right. Meaning that if we closed here on the 22nd and then all of a sudden earnings report came back, guess what, guys? We're probably going to see this come all the way back down here, okay? And to just so that you guys can see where I'm getting this from, right? This is my own personal impulse move theory, right? Let's go to 10 November 21, which was the previous earnings report. Let's go look for that one right here. Yep, so sure enough, right? So that's 11. So that was the very next day. We closed down here, guys. We closed down at the, let's see, close, look at the high price over there, 804, right? And then next thing you know, boom, right? It was positive. As far as reports, HIMS and HERS has been blowing their earnings report out of the water, no doubt about it. But next thing you know, look, guys, we come all the way back down, and then some, okay? So again, another impulse, right? Now let's go to the next report, 11 August. Let's look for that next arrow right here, 11 August, right? So 11 August, boom, 11 August, and then next thing you know, right here, after hours, look at this, right? We come back, we come up, went as high as 908, and look, came back down, retested around that same price, pretty close, 910, and we gave that entire move all the way back. We came all the way back down and then some. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, guys. Normally, I don't get very excited when I see the market up, especially HIMS, considering the fact that it normally moves about, 15 to 35 points a day. Whenever I saw something like this morning, yes, don't get me wrong, it feels great after seeing the entire market for so long just bleeding and going against us. It feels great to see all of a sudden our HIMS and hers, out of the entire market bleeding, we actually were the ones who actually finished in the green, right? But I have to be realistic about things, guys. But if there's anything that HIMS has taught me, and I mean, I've done this. I've done my predictions on other stock companies. I've done my predictions on cryptocurrencies. I mean, even the forex market. I'm in the forex market right now. All right. Guys, normally these impulse moves, they usually come back 75 to 100% of these moves. Okay. So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. However, remember, I'm a big time holder of HIMS right now. So let's give a little bit of great news, right? So let's end everything on a positive note. So guys, this is a nice support zone here, right? 1, 2, this give or take 3, maybe four retests on this area right here, right? So I'd say prior to reports, we were looking like, oh man, we might actually come back down to go and start looking for new lows. And earnings report actually took us back up, right? So I said we were going to need fundamentals, and yeah, fundamentals actually came through. But now here comes the technical aspect of it, right? We must stay on top of this zone. If we go anything lower and we close any lower than this, we're gonna probably be looking into another big drop. Okay, but it's all good. Whoever's invested in this company should be invested in the long term, right? And let's not focus on what it's currently doing on a day by day basis. I normally like to look at this, like I said, guys, on the weekly time frame, right? I would definitely love to see this, just let's get out of this $5 area. I would love to see this break up. I don't get me wrong, we would still not be out of the woods because, guys, this would be your first reaction area. Then right here, this little green candle, right? This would be the second reaction area. And that's where things will start getting interesting, because if we do visit this area right here, I expect another pullback down and then hopefully start making new higher highs and higher lows. All right. So overall, guys, let's talk real quick. Let's talk about gaps, right? So, someone sent me a message on StockWits basically stating, hey, so I don't think we're going to go ahead and cover that gap and whatnot. So look, gaps, HIMS and hers, ever since it came out, it's been covering its gaps, right? Now, I'm not necessarily saying I'm 100% a gap trader. Okay, I am not. Not all companies, not all stocks will actually cover its, I don't know why I keep having this on my, there you go. All right, so not all companies will cover their gaps. One good example is Teladoc, right? So I mean, guys, you see Teladoc is hurting right now. It's bad, right? So if we go back on Teladoc, from the time it's trading right now at $61. So if we go back on Teladoc, I mean, let me go ahead and make this just slightly bigger, right? Guys, we have a little gap right there on the $56 area. We have a gap right here on the 43, right? And I'm pretty sure there's more. Now, that does not mean Teladoc is going to come all the way back down and cover those gaps. There, if you look at stock prices out there other than Teladoc, guys, I guarantee you there's other stocks right now that they leave gaps everywhere. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean we will go back to those prices. No, it does not. Okay, so we got to treat. I've always said I treat every stock individually. I don't trade every stock regardless of the sector. I don't trade them all. Hey, technology is doing great today. Okay, let's go ahead and everything for technology. No. I look at it everything individually. All right. So Guys, I just wanted, like I said, you guys have been requesting this. I've been wanting to do a quick little video on it. As if you have any questions, I will do a little bit more in depth, and I will show you on all other types of markets, crypto, forex, and other stocks. My impulse move theory, my gap theory, and all the other, you know, lessons, I guess, and subjects you guys want to cover when it comes to the stock market or forex or whatever. I just wanted to go ahead and cover the bases as far as where do I see HIMS going for the rest of the week, if not maybe next week. As of right now, I still expect, as of tomorrow, I still expect HIMS to actually continue to go down until we visit this area again. Okay. Other than that, guys, please enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good night. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your comments below if you want to see any other videos or you want me to cover any other subjects. All right. Have a good night, guys.